innocent families terrorized in their own homes by a group of anonymous hackers.
Yeah, this is an incredible story. Imagine somebody hearing everything that you say, seeing everything that you do, and using that information to threaten your children's lives.
For 3 families in Washington State, this is no movie. It is a campaign of technological terror they say is so real.
It sent out text messages to about 25 contacts in her phone. She noticed her phone doing weird things, so she powered it down, and they powered it back on. And we started getting phone calls too, restricted phone calls.
Get the out. We kill people at Curtis when you least expect. All your stupid friends.
And Curtis is the school.
Yeah, we were sitting in our living room, and my husband was on his cell phone, and so the camera phone would have been facing the couch that I was sitting at with my 2 young children. My son was eating top ramen covered in a blanket.
The noodles.
Yeah. And they described the blanket my son was covered in. They said they wanted a bite of his top ramen, and they said what?
Scare the heck out of you.
They said the color of my 10-year-old daughter's shirt.
I wouldn't mind if he's just going to watch me or something, but the tracking on and the harassment, it's a little much, you know. I'm a disabled veteran, and you know, I thought I live in America, not a society that will attack its own citizens. You know, if I've committed some crime, let me know. I'm not a felon, and what they're doing here, this experiments, I guess it's called, it's wrong, and I'm really against.
Something. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 9.
Welcomed visit.
I was targeted.
Phoenix Mayor Phil Gordon has found himself in the sheriff's crosshairs on a number of occasions.
All these so-called allegations, all the FBI investigations boils down to one guy, and that's the mayor of Phoenix.
In April of last year, Gordon wrote a letter to the Justice Department asking the agency to look into complaints of racial profiling against the sheriff's office. 20 days later, sheriff's deputies demanded all of the mayor's emails, phone call logs, and appointment calendars. The mayor says it was intimidation.
Do you think that was in retaliation for the letter that you wrote to the Justice Department?
Definitely was. It was multiple inquiries and investigations.
Started around 3 years ago, the harassment, and like a whole year later I found out it was the government. It took me a whole year of like looking. I finally found a book that talked about government hypnotism, and it was in that book, luckily, and I found that, and I went online and I found all these other websites that talk about
I live in Washington, D.C. I'm being physically stung or stabbed or pounded, and it hurts. I am tormented and physically abused every day. My abusers are trying to force me to commit suicide. My abusers are trying